Now, this is the last portion of our today's chapter to be called as body fluids and the circulation. Now, that is the disorders of the circulatory system. There are basically four disorders in the circulatory system to be known as hypertension, coronary arterial diseases or artery diseases, angina pectoris, and heart failure. Okay. Now, what is hypertension is the normal blood pressure in a human body is I used another pen. I'm extremely sorry for that. So the normal blood pressure is 120 by 80 millimeters of mercury. Okay, that is the normal blood pressure. Whenever there is a rise or even a fall of the blood pressure, then rise means above 140 by 90. I am repeating, above 140 by 90, then it is known as hypertension. Then it is known as what? Hypertension. Now, that can be basically because of so many reasons. Okay, that can be basically because of so many reasons. So many reasons. That is, it could be either by consuming huge amount of alcohol, it could be by smoking, it could be by overweight, or it could be hereditary also. That is, if the mother or the father in the family has the disease, then it is likely to come to the children as well. This is known as hypertension. Now, how could we overcome hypertension is by lowering our body weight, okay, then avoiding drinking, excessive drinking, avoiding smoking also reduces hypertension. We will now go on to the coronary artery diseases. Okay, in the coronary artery diseases, what happens is the coronary artery becomes narrow so that the blood flow in the heart is reduced. Okay, so you may have seen in the heart or in class 10 syllabus, why is the coronary artery considered as a banker? That question may have come to your mind, or it may be there in ICC. Oh, it was there in ICC. So the coronary artery is compared to a banker, because a banker basically handles a huge amount of cash. No, similarly, the coronary artery also the heart also handles a huge amount of blood, but the amount of blood it actually receives is the blood that is supplied by the coronary artery. Okay, and nothing else will it receive, okay, for its own maintenance. Now this coronary artery, when sometimes gets narrowed, okay, either by the deposition of calcium or fats or even cholesterol, okay, or even fibrous tissue, then what happens? You suffer from a disease to be called as coronary artery diseases. And the symptoms don't appear instantly. It appears when only 75% of the artery gets blocked. Then only the symptoms appear. Okay, and you may feel a mild heart attack or sometimes a full heart attack, depending upon the amount of blockage that is present in the coronary artery. Okay, and now we move on to the angina pectoris. Now, what is angina pectoris is attacks of choking or throating pain across the upper part of the chest due to reduction in the blood flow through the coronary artery, which supplies heart muscle is known as angina pectoris. Okay, that is, these coronary artery diseases and angina pectoris are very closely related, because here also coronary artery diseases occur when the narrowing of the coronary artery takes place, and in angina pectoris also the same thing happens, because of which the blood that reaches the heart will be less and there will be a severe pain in the upper chest. Now this is caused mainly by the coronary artery, and what happens is the pain usually begins in the upper part of the front of the chest and may spread to the jaws and down the left arm, and sometimes in the right arms as well. And After the attack, what happens is after the attack, the temperature of the body may be raised, or sometimes burns and chills will be left on the parts that has been affected. That is known as bacteria, angina pectoris. And the last part we are trying to discuss here is the heart failure. Now, heart failure means the state of the heart when it is not pumping blood effectively enough to meet the needs of the body. Okay, and there are various reasons why it happens. Basically, because of deposition of huge amount of cholesterol, calcium, fat in the body brings about such thing in the human body. Heart failure interferes with the function of other organs also, and it leads to the failure of the kidney. Okay, it leads to the failure of the circulatory system as well. Now, with that, we come to the end of this particular chapter, to be known as the disorders of the circulatory system. Now, please be ready. I'll be sending you the PDF questions for you to do the assignments very soon. Thank you.